What's good, beautiful people? I'm the Black Thumb, and this is my man's.
Ayati.
And welcome to OK Bet Podcast, the podcast where two homies come together to catch up and talk about life, food, music, sports, entertainment, and so much more.
Yeah, this podcast is for the casual human being. So, I mean, if it's trending or it just make you say, okay, bet. We talking about that. And then with that said, let's just jump right into the show.
Let's get it. So today we got a nice show cooked up for you. I'm really excited about this show. So we're going to start with our weekly catch up. And then we're going to finish our episode talking about all things Love Island USA after it just finished up earlier this week. So Ayati, what's been going on with you, bro?
Shit, I'm back to the salt mine. Shit. My black ass is back to work. I haven't worked since January, so getting back in the rhythm of fucking 9 to 5 is really tough. For you folks that know already, for new viewers, I'll go ahead and just give you a little fill in. I'm a IBW electrician with Local 11 out here in California. Certified California electrician, so I work construction hours. I gotta wake up early, putting back on boots. This job that I'm working on right now is the Purple Line Extension 2 for Metro.
Is this for like the Olympics?
No, it's just part of the fucking train that's been getting built, but they're trying to get it done before the Olympics. So, of course, there's going to be a push for it. Yeah. But I've been, haven't worked since January, just kind of chilling. I guess you would say chilling, recovering from, what I need to recover from. But usually when I work, I haven't been on a job site like this before where it's like it's industrial and I'm like underground. I'm literally in a tunnel. Like I'm underground all day, 8 hours, like a mile into the tunnel doing lights and shit. So I'm just like, oh my God, I think my body's trying to reacclimate to being in the dark and tunnels. I've done it before, but it's been like 7 years and I ain't wore like safety toe real boots in a long ass time. I wear my hiking boots to work. So I'd be like, these heavy ass clunkers. I'm like, God,
like you wearing ankle weights?
Man, these shit's trying to get used to that. And they brand new because I had never had none. So I had to buy some new ones. I'm just like, so it's just a lot of things making me like go crazy just because I'm so tired. But let me give you an example of what I mean by like, I think I might be like, maybe I'm just tired. Could be stressed, but maybe I'm just tired. Accumulating to a human environment and traffic and all this stuff that go along. So last week was my first full week of work, minus the first day because someone a homeless lit the job site on fire, so we didn't work on Monday.
What?
Yeah, after 4th of July, somebody lit our shit on fire. So we had no power throughout the whole station.
Dang.
That's neither here nor there. 3 stations were out, no lights. So they sent everybody home that day. So we didn't work that Monday. So literally it was a full work week for me. And it's been like 6 months. So I'm tired. Saturday come around, my mom needs some help with like her lights is blinking in her house and shit. So I'm like, okay, I'll come over and take care of it. I'm not about to figure this shit out. I just go buy some new lights. I'm gonna pop them shits in. So I take everything. Y'all, I live on the 4th floor of my fucking place. I got a bunch of shit, a bunch of fucking tools.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm on the 4th floor. I gotta get this shit down to the truck because I can't leave it in my truck because I'm living lonely. They will bust in your shit and take it. So I gotta lug this shit back and forth. I ain't got a parking space. All these variables make this shit stressful. So fast forward, done with the job, come back home, can't find a parking space. I just park my truck, like double park in front because that's what I usually do. Hazard lights on, unload my truck. But usually I just drop shit in the living room and then go back downstairs and move my truck. But I was like, fuck, I don't want to just leave it all cluttered and shit. Let me put everything where it needs to be. So I'm putting the ladders back, putting the shit in the spot, getting it all going. And then apparently I just said, fuck it.
You forgot to park your car?
I fucking didn't park my truck for a whole fucking day. It was the next day, Sunday.
So you double parked somebody?
My truck was just out there. I woke up the next day. I was like, where did I park? That was my nephew and niece's birthday this weekend. So I'm about to go to my sister's house. She's having a little get together on Sunday. And I'm like, damn, where I parked at? Because I got to think I don't have a parking space. So sometimes I park far. I keep a skateboard in the truck. Right. And I skateboard back to my truck. And I know I had my skateboard in the truck. So I looked up there and was like, fuck, I didn't park my truck. And she was like, you didn't park? I said, let me go see. Shit.
Is your shit still there?
I know. Is my shit still there? I go down there. This motherfucker's still there.
That's wild, bruh.
1 in the afternoon. The truck been down there all fucking day since yesterday around 7.
That's wild, bruh.
So 2 things come from it to me. Either I'm getting old and forgetful, like maybe 40s is just starting to hit.
That's the line of demarcation.
I was like, damn, I'm forgetting shit. I'm fucking just leaving trucks out here, or my neighborhood just don't give a fuck. My shit wasn't towed. Nobody complained. I guess nobody else was leaving. I guess nobody text me. They know my truck. Nobody came and hit the door. Hey, Jay, you know your truck is outside. This is in the afternoon the next day. They probably just like, Jay just don't give a fuck. They know me carrying all these tools and shit. They like, he probably just don't care.
He don't care.
He just don't care. So I went down there and got my truck. I was like, fuck. So it was still there. I'm like, okay.
Dodged
now,
bullet, my man.
The next bullet was, I hope this motherfucker start. This motherfucker, the hazard's been on all night.
Oh,
that motherfucker started with no problem. I just drove away. I was just like, okay,
bro, you must be living right, my man.
Yeah,
that could have went all kinds of left.
They could have broken the motherfucker. They could have stole it.
It could have impounded your shit.
Mad.
Yeah, bro.
So it gave me a little bit of grace now if I see people just leaving their stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, our neighborhood people park crazy ways, corners, all kind of shit.
You're right about that.
Front of crosswalks, they do a lot of crazy parking around here. So luckily, maybe because it was a Sunday and there's probably no parking enforcement coming around. Police probably already know what's the deal, so they probably just like, look, dude, come get the truck eventually. So they didn't tow it, but now. I'm just like, if somebody blocked me in, I'm not going to be all like, who the fuck is this guy be blocked in? Me, I'm just going to drive my shit on the sidewalk. I got a wide sidewalk. If I need to leave, I'm not going to tow your shit. I'm not going to call you. I'm going to just drive the shit on the curb and get the fuck up out of there. But I'm going to give them some grace because I feel like I got given grace. Because I left a truck outside in the street.
In downtown Long Beach.
Just out there.
My man.
Just locked. At least it was locked. I mean, I locked it and everything.
Man.
Windows was up in the whole nine, but I was like, so I don't know if I was just tired or what, but I was like, okay, this working shit ain't working. Like,
got your mind all kerfuffled.
Got me all like, fuck. Like, and then it got me thinking, because I'm up here, so I'm like, I'm working like on a quota. There's like, it gotta be like 1,000 lights in this motherfucker. So imagine you've probably been on a train. Someone in your life, you probably have yourself. If you get on the subway, when you're rolling through the subway, you see that little light, they go blink, 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 blink. Those are fucking individual lights. So it's a light in the fucking tunnel every 5 feet. 5 to 10 feet, there's a fucking light. This station between two is probably 2 miles. You know how many damn lights is in that motherfucker? And I'm here like,
I mean, we can do the math.
So it's a lot of damn lights.
That's a lot of lights.
I've been working this shit since I've been there. And I'm just like, so you kind of when you get into doing some routine shit, your brain starts to, go places. You start to think about shit. And I'm sitting here looking like, I'm about to put up 1 million fucking lights. And they probably gonna be here for like the next 30 years. Gonna always be used. People gonna be seeing these lights. And I'm like, I'm only gonna get paid this hourly wage and then bye. That's it. Just get your ass up out of here. But I'm thinking like, what if I got equity or like every time somebody had to use this light, I would get a little deposit or a little, a little royalty. Like the same way like when you do radio spins. Like if you play an artist's song, they get paid or the record label gets paid. Whoever got equity on the masters, whoever owns it gets
a little residual.
Get a residual every time somebody uses it. And for me, I know electricity is important. That's why I never got to explain what the fuck I do. I tell people I'm an electrician. They get it. So in my mind, like, what if I got paid for every time you had to hit that switch if I was the one who put it in? I think the world would go bankrupt. If everybody who do something had to get a little royalty every time was used.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does it only work on intangible things and it can't be translated to real tangible, real life things?
That's what SoCal Edison is, bro.
Yeah.
They get the residual.
They put the toll booth up.
Yeah. They get the residual.
Us folks who actually go in here, blood, sweat, tears, high skill set, we don't get to see the fruit of that labor outside of just the hourly wage and hopefully make it to retirement and don't fucking die because of all the construction shit. They usually don't expect you to live that long after retirement. So I get the game. But I'm just like, fuck, this ain't it, bro. Yeah. So I don't know if it's just because I'm just getting back and I'm just trying to get my body back into it, but leaving that truck outside made me mad at the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And was like, see, this is why I don't need to be working. This is why I need to be just waking up whenever I wake up, okay? I don't even worry about getting up all extra early and shit, walking around here tired and delirious because I'm getting lack of sleep. I'm walking around 2-3 hours of sleep because I'm still in not work mode. I can't go to sleep on time to get up at 3. Boy, I'll be going to sleep at 11:30, 12 o'clock, 3 hours going in here.
All right. So that I totally relate to everything that you just said, especially as it relates to like returning to work. So for those of you in the audience that don't know, like I had to take a leave and I was off for 14 months, bro.
Whew.
I was off for 14 months.
You don't want to go back after that.
It's so much so that like folks at the job was like, is Terry coming back? Is he? We don't think he's coming back. But to your point, like that first month or so was just like, it was exhausting, bro. Just because like you're not used to number one, having to think at that level, having to operate at that level, having to be on all the time. And like, I was going to bed at like 1, 2 in the morning, bro. Like I was, I'm a night owl, you know what I'm saying?
Same here. So I'll be up all night.
I was just doing my thing, you know what I mean? And then I had to come back and be like, oh, okay, I need to actually be going to bed at a decent hour because I got to get up. I got real shit to do the next day, da-da-da-da-da. And so with that being said, I came back with the intent that I was going to, number one, really lean into this idea of trying to garner as many skills as I can as it relates to working with patients. And it just simplified everything for me. I've gotten to a place where, because I used to not have any boundaries around work. So I would do extra stuff at work and then I would come home and then do more extra stuff around work.
Yeah. And that's how I feel with my work too, bro. Everyone need to go to meetings and shit after that. Then I'm supposed to be partying. I'm like, bro, I gave you 40 hours already. I don't want to see y'all on the after. I want to go skating. Yeah. Why do I gotta do this extra shit?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be for like things like getting promotions or getting involved with the office side of the union or see, that's what I'm like, ugh. I'm trying to like figure these things out because it's like so many things like resonated with what you said about like setting appropriate boundaries and like how you say, even though sometimes people at work is cool too. And I feel like for my type of work, like I'm not sure if it's like a brotherhood and we have this camaraderie. Like everybody, especially this job site, it's like these are people I worked with when I was a first year apprentice. So I'm running to my old journeymans and shit, and now I'm a journeyman at myself. So it's like it's all love. We didn't all see each other before. But like today was one of them days. Well, no, it was yesterday, man. It was like I'm in a fucking tunnel 2 miles in. The bathrooms are a mile away. Now they got a couple porta potties in the fucking tunnel.
But you need a bathroom.
But it's not. Even up top, they're not bathrooms. They're still all porta potties. Okay, but you want the one that they probably clean.
There's a difference. Like
it's a construction site tunnel. How are they getting this porta potty out? Now, for y'all folks who don't know what a porta potty is, imagine a plastic broom closet.
Yeah, basically.
With a bucket in it.
Yeah.
And some blue liquid.
It's like
hot as shit.
It's an outhouse, basically.
Plastic outhouse. About yay big.
With some baby vents at the top.
No vents. It's just cooking. It's like a little thing on the back, a little port, but it just smell like shit in there.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to use this. And I feel like I'm the most bougie construction worker. This shit, it gives me the ick. Yeah. I'm just like, I want to hold my pee and do all day. And I'm like, this is what I gotta do to make a living?
Yeah.
And it made me think about like, what is like the nature of work? Like some people I feel get paid to do things, get paid a lot, but are they really important? And then some people do really important things and don't get paid a lot at all.
Right.
So it just made me like, I'm okay with going to a damn island and just not do shit all fucking day and get paid. And that's how I feel these motherfuckers
on Love Island
live their fucking life.
Well, like, I mean, yeah, definitely after they leave the island, that's
even on that motherfucker, you ain't paying for rent, you ain't paying for food a whole summer.
Yeah, you're right.
A whole summer.
You're right.
Of no responsibilities, even though it's an artificial environment and it's very scary, probably psychologically. But I was sitting in that plastic broom closet on that toilet,
contemplating,
and I was just like, you know what, man? Maybe just getting recorded all day won't be too bad.
Man, I don't know, bro. I don't think I'm pretty, like, I'm 100% sure, like, I'm not here for the like camera around me all hours of the day. I know I can't do it. You think you could? You think you got the chops for that, bro?
I'm bringing to my world one day of my electrical world and let you see some of the shit I get myself into. Like, I feel like I don't know if we're trauma bonding and that's what makes us so close. But if I actually think about where I'm at, like, there's one way in this tunnel. I am 180 feet underground. Yeah. I don't know what's above me. Like, it's been leaking for, I guess, like 5 years. So, you know, when you're in a cave, you know, like when water drops, it makes those stalagmites. There's one of them shits in the tunnel.
Dang.
So I'm like, what the fuck? It's cool when I see it. I'm like, wow, that's a stalagmite. But I'm thinking about, where am I that there's stalagmites? You know what I'm saying?
This is a thing, yeah.
Why isn't there crystallized salts or whatever the minerals, whatever this shit is? Where am I?
Yeah.
And then I got to carry around this heavy ass called self-rescuer. It's this heavy ass piece of metal that if the tunnel catches on fire, it gives me an hour of breathable air. So it converts carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide so I can at least not pass out and try to wait for a rescue or get myself to an exit. I have to carry this shit around.
Right.
And there's like mine phones. Like it's this hard line phone that you gotta like pick up if you're in emergencies. Yeah. It's just a lot of weird things that we just don't think about. But if you really think about it, this is a really weird situation to be in. I'm dealing with chemicals and this muck and this mold. And I'm like, yeah, I can see some cameras around me all day. I'd be like, put the cameras on your boy. I will do this other than this, even though I get paid pretty well for what I do. But there's a lot of things that come along with that.
I mean, you have to be paid well for what you do because there's so many.
And they still try not to pay you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you've talked about this ad nauseum in your book, right? You want to go ahead and plug that real quick? Y'all go out and get that.
Go ahead and cop, Bad Soil, How Do You Show Up by James Grant, available on Amazon, and also for Kindle. So you can do it as a digital copy if you want to just look at the digital version. But if you want the paper's in your hand as well. So
we know how much you love that paper in your hand. My God. But anyway, but I feel like you've talked a lot about that in offline conversations, but also in your book, where at the end of the day, like the purpose of a business is to make money, right? And to create the largest margin that is the largest acceptable margin based on the social contract, based on the actual work contract, and based on kind of public perception and all of those things. But speaking of like taking some time off, going on a vacation, that's being filmed on a vacation.
It's fast, man. It's bad.
Let's transition to our Love Island discussion. So you probably want to give a disclaimer to the audience as it relates to your viewership for this most recent season. On some level,
I'm a casual consumer of this, like I am of many things. I casually dipped into this shit, and I casually dipped back out when that shit wasn't rocking the way I wanted to rock. I was like,
understood.
I'm not liking this shit no more. And I just stopped watching that shit. So I mean, I guess when we get more into the talk of it, I'll give them those areas where I just kind of dipped out. But I'm still familiar enough. I'm familiar enough with the show to get an understanding of how it operates, how it works. I know the faces, I know the names, so at least I can have I know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
In this conversation with most people with Love Island, but I do have my own take on this shit.
Yeah, for
which
sure.
led to me dipping out.
Understood. And then for me, like, this is the first full Love Island season that I have watched. So I'm a complete like newbie as it relates to consuming the show. I enjoyed myself.
What do they call people who watch Love Island?
I don't know.
Do they even have a term?
I don't know if they have like a fan title. And this is the thing, like so you brought this up offline, like, oh, this might be something that we'll talk about in a future episode or maybe the next episode. And I was like, oh, I was like, oh shit, I gotta actually watch it. So I literally binged. I literally watched all 36 episodes.
But I feel like that's the way to do it. You didn't have to wait. It was just
and it was like, and it was crazy because like I'd watched 3 episodes and I'm like, man, 3 more just got uploaded. Like, this is crazy, man. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm a newbie to the show. This is my first full season that I've watched. I've watched some episodes of past seasons, but never from start to finish. So that's context for you at home that are watching or listening. And with that, let's get into it.
Okay.
So I know you didn't watch the finale, but I know who the winners of the show were, Brian and Amaya.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on on the winner and even just kind of the final 4 couples?
I mean, I was like, I'm still kind of on the fence about Amaya. Like, she's not my favorite person. I feel like they may have just edited her a certain way to just make me kind of get like a turn off of it. Like, because initially I'm like, oh, this person gonna be dope. She's bubbly, and then it just kind of goes left.
In what way for you though?
It's her delivery of it. Because I was commenting on somebody's shit. They was talking about, I think they were dogging out. They were saying basically like, Amaya is the type of woman men want, but when they get them and they're all about them and they're actually like pouring into them, they don't know how to accept it, so they don't admit it. And I said, man speaking, I was like, we actually like Olandria. She's just as emotional and just as intentional and just as into a person. She just delivers it differently.
Sure.
And I was like, and then she was like, well, Taylor did her grimy and then they didn't like the way Olandria was portrayed because how she was just so focused on Taylor. And I was like, you can't judge Olandria on someone's responses to her action. That you should judge him off of how he reacted to the way Olandria poured into him. But don't say Olandria was stupid for focusing. That's how you're supposed to approach. You give them your full attention, you give them your energy, and you don't just turn away or, oh my God, I'm done with this at the first win of struggle. She was like, let me give it some time and be certain that this isn't going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And they try to make it seem like she's foolish for doing that. And I'm like, no,
it
was just the wrong motherfucker. Now just regroup, reset, and do that shit again.
Get back in there, yeah.
Don't say, oh, you're stupid for doing this, so don't ever do it again. I was like, well, if you have learned how to walk and you fucking fail, oh, I hurt my knee, I'm never gonna try to walk again? What the fuck? No. Yeah. It's like you're victim blaming. Like, Taylor's stupid, not Olandria. And I was like, make that clear. And I just feel like, to me, Olandria and Amaya was the exact same personality type. It's just one delivers it different.
Yeah. Well, I think there also might have been like some cultural things too, right? Amaya was very misunderstood throughout the season, and it wasn't until she connected with someone that really saw her for who she is and really and not only saw her for who she is, but appreciated the fact that that is who she is. And I think it was going to take someone like Brian, who comes from a similar background, who openly admitted that his mom is kind of fiery in that way, and so it's something. So it's not a shock. It's not surprising to him. That's how I see it.
I feel like it wasn't that she was a culture shock. It was just like, if she does something you don't like and you just say, hey, I don't like that shit, it was the end of the fucking world. It wasn't just like, oh, okay. It was like you were attacking who she was and her whole identity. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just saying I don't like this shit. I'm just making it clear. I'm not going to sugarcoat you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say, or just suppress it and not say shit. I'm going to just say clearly, hey, I don't like that shit. It doesn't mean I don't like you. I just don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And she couldn't make the separation between the two. It was like anything was attacked on her. And it made her whole world come to a like, oh my God. I was like, just take the criticism and like be okay. Like be okay.
Yeah.
Olandria was getting called out on all kind of shit. And it just didn't make her fucking.
In what hold on, what you mean?
Like,
I don't know that that's true. I think
her friends was like,
Olandria was like generally beloved by everyone in the villa. No, she had beef with no one in the villa. There was like
they had beef with her dude.
Huh?
Didn't they have beef with her dude?
But that's not her. That ain't got shit to do with her. That's Taylor.
It didn't make her get defensive. It didn't make her say, you're attacking me. You're attacking me. It was just always like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
She just took shit and was like, all right, that ain't me. I'm going to keep doing me. Well, why aren't you more into this? Or are you going to Nah, even when she was interacting with Zach, I don't get down like that. Oh, okay, I like a woman that she wasn't feeling no type of way when somebody did some shit.
Yeah.
Even when she found Zach was kissing the other woman, she was like, oh, okay, fuck it. It wouldn't, I could see if that situation would have happened with other people, they would have felt like their worth was like, oh my God, it's something I'm not.
Well, I mean, okay, so
I'm not valuable because they want to kiss this other person.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I think Olandria was probably operating at a higher EQ than most of the people in the villa. And it was clear that she had made some resolutions before she got on the show that she wasn't going to show. She was not going to show certain sides of herself. Let's just be honest about that. She made resolutions ahead before the shit started that she wasn't going to be the one, right? And what that tells me is that she's probably one of very few in her company that's climbing that ladder. And I'm just being honest.
She also gave off rich auntie with the good job and I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah.
Vibes. Like, she like, I'm not about to do this shit. Like, I gotta be to work in the morning. I can't be out here with this bullshit. I'm not with the shit.
She wasn't pressed. And that's why, like, she wasn't pressed. So don't get me wrong. Olandria was definitely my favorite Islander. 100%. Like, I was rocking with her on the women's side, and then I was rocking with Nick, Ace, and Taylor.
Okay.
Like the trio. So I was rocking with all of them. You know what I'm saying? And Shelly was cool, but I just didn't like the way Shelly was kind of like, oh, Ace, I like you. But then like, oh, Austin, you're good. And oh, Chris, it's cool. It's like, okay. Like, we know that you fucking with Ace. So like, and I get that you're trying to, you know, maximize the experience and all of that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But like, clearly there's one dude in this whole villa that is showing you that he's rocking with you and that he's only really about you.
But it took him a little while to get there. He was coupled up with other folks. Well, a few other folks. He even picked another person before.
But that had nothing to do with her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if she, bro, like night one, bro. Like he had her on night one, didn't and fumbled that.
No, he got picked. I mean, he got picked.
But okay.
So homegirl picked her, and she disappeared mysteriously in the night.
We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to disappearing acts throughout this season. But no, like, but he could have played that differently so that she wouldn't have chosen him. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the same way Jeremiah was like, nah, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna give you a handshake or I'm gonna kiss you on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have, if he really, really wanted to start his journey with Shelly.
It was day one. He was like, I'm out here. I'm gonna have my fun.
And he knew it. He knew it because as soon as he got done kissing Yulisa, he was like, damn, I fucked up. Like he literally verbatim, and I quote, damn, I fucked up. Right? Okay. So my thing.
But sometimes how you figure out stuff in life, you be like, oh, you gotta do it. Yeah, you oh shit, I done fucked up. I done fucked up.
But nah, bro. Like, I mean, overall, man, like as it relates to Brian and Amaya winning, I'm here for it. Like I was really torn voting between them and Nick and Olandria because I just really rock with Nick and Olandria individually, and I felt like they were like, even though how they got together eventually feels messy in orchestrated in the real world, like you could very much see that they were vibing with each other and that there was some chemistry there. And I think they balance each other out in a way that like he really brought out the physical chemistry aspect of her or the willingness for her to express her physicality with him that in a way that Taylor never could. And she brought out like this more cerebral version of Nick that really made they just really, number one, they look good together.
Yeah.
And you could just tell that they vibe. So my only gripe is that they never got to that. They never got around to that. They didn't get to it sooner. And a lot of it was just because they were distracted by other things that were happening in the villa. Yeah. And because Olandria, again, she had made conscious decisions coming into the villa, because even when she said that she was open, she was never really open. Yeah. Even when she was between Zach and Nick and this, like she was always
other bombshell that came into her.
she was never open because that's just not who she is in the real world. And I think that speaks to her being true to herself.
That was just who she is.
And I appreciate that, but also the same thing has to be said for Amaya. Amaya was being true to herself. This is who she is, and she found someone that was like, yeah, I rock with it.
But it's like when someone don't like who you is, that doesn't matter. It shouldn't be your whole world is fucked up because somebody don't like you.
I understand, but I'm also like,
or don't like an aspect of you. It's like,
that's fair.
Okay. But I know it takes some time to get to that point too. So that's why I'm like, maybe she hasn't got to the point where she just don't give a fuck.
Man,
like fuck y'all. I don't care.
Yeah, and let's be honest, like that type of fuck it in your system doesn't really hit until your 30s. Let's just be honest.
Or until you get really hurt.
That's too.
So that's why I think that she ain't really had somebody rock her fucking identity yet. That's why it's so fragile right now. Every little thing feels like a real attack.
Yeah.
Until a motherfucker really make you feel like, oh my God, then you gonna understand, okay, this other shit just don't matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm like, maybe she just got some more life living to do, I guess. I don't know, but it just, winner, I feel like Brian didn't put no work in. He won.
No, I disagree with that.
He wasn't on the show long enough. Well, I wasn't watching that shit for him, but I was watching that shit for other people. That's why I said I wanted Nick to win. I wanted Landria to win. I wanted Ace to win. Not these new motherfuckers. Y'all just got on the team. How you win? And you just showed up to work.
But Brian he ain't had no control over that. You know what I'm saying? Amaya didn't have any control over the fact that she was a bombshell.
But I think I put my expectations so high on when I first saw Brian. I was like, ooh, Brian gonna be funny as fuck. As soon as I saw this motherfucker, I was like, ooh, it's about to be lit. And I just feel like they didn't give him no camera time. Like, he wasn't out here being joked. I thought he was going to be the jokester of the house. I thought he was going to be the Latino ace. I thought they brought an East Coast ace into the house. I was like, oh, this motherfucker going to be funny as shit. And he just wasn't that. And I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? I said, oh, shit. So that's why I'm like, man, this motherfucker didn't entertain me. He better not win this shit.
From the very beginning, he gave me, like, I'm chilling vibes.
That smile just felt like I'm about to be turned up.
No, more so like I'm chilling in the cut. Like like he never gave me turn up vibes. Like Ace was clearly like kind of the class clown, the guy that brought the energy. Him and Taylor for sure, and then Taylor and Nick
too. That's what I said. They were like the goofy trio made you want to watch the show
because they were very goofy.
Even Austin with his antics of weirdness and shit made you want to watch the show. Yeah. And I feel like Brian and the new folks, I was just chill. Like,
Pepe was super
I'm telling you, once certain people had got cut the fuck off, I just literally just lost all interest in the show. And I was like, I'm cool on this shit. This shit just irritate me. I don't want to watch this shit no more. And I just tuned out and I just don't care. Like, that's why I was like, oh, damn. Like, I'm like, okay, oh well. Like, I have no horse in the game. And then I heard through the grapevine that Ace and Shelly didn't even make it to the final. I said, what?
Yeah, so
I'm so glad I wasn't watching. I've just been mad.
So that brings us to the next part of our discussion. And really, like, this is where I just want to go ham on America for a hot second.
Okay,
like,
let's do it.
America was
get your rant on.
America was on that bullshit, bro, when it came to voting. Like, it was just so piss poor how America voted for a lot of these couples, right? And it was almost like it felt like America was voting for the messiness, which, like, there's already enough, in my opinion, there's already enough messiness in the show. Just doing the challenges where everybody's kissing everybody, everybody's grinding on everybody, everybody's rubbing and touching on everybody. Like, there's enough messiness in the show at the recouplings and you picking this person over this person. Like, there's enough messy built in and baked into the show. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't really need, in my opinion, we didn't need the extra messy. So, like, the fact that, like, Huda and Chris got to the final four, number one, when all the signs were there that these two folks aren't really compatible, and, like, it seems like one person is wanting to work on it and the other person isn't quite willing to find that middle ground and to compromise.
To work on it?
Chris was, like, really trying to communicate with her. But Huda wouldn't, in some situations wouldn't let him talk. Like, he'd be trying to explain, like, where he was coming from emotionally or what he was feeling or what. She would just be like, but before he would finish his sentence, but I didn't do this. Or, she would just have a quick comeback that wouldn't allow him to actually express his thought so that they could actually have a dialogue about it. Yeah. So it was never really, to me, it was never really about the dialogue for her. It was more so she just wanted to control everything. Like, she wanted to be in power. She's absolutely an alpha, and there's nothing wrong with a woman being an alpha. But I think in her case, it ended up like she ended up, like, to me, coming off very controlling, very, like, condescending. And it just didn't, and it's like, okay, like, if this is who you are in relationships, I do see why it might be difficult to be in a relationship. And then you throw the extra layer of you're a mom and you're in, like, let's just be honest. Like, I probably wouldn't at 24, however old she is. I don't remember. I think she's 24.
I think she's 24, yeah.
At 24, I don't know that I was emotionally mature enough or would have been. I definitely know I wasn't emotionally mature enough to date a woman that had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, And so you put those two things together, and I think you get what you get. And I think that's kind of how things played out. But there's no fucking way that, number one, Chris and Huda should have been in the Final Four, period. There's no way they should have got third out of the Final Four. Like, no way. And it was just because America is on that dumb shit, bro. Yeah. So that's my take on America's influence. I feel like we need to change the rules.
Let me jump in there with that America's influence. I remember another place where I got upset was some early in the season when they had, I think it was Jeremiah was up against Austin for elimination.
It was Austin and someone else. Was it Austin and Charlie or something? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
And Jeremiah went home.
Yeah, so like that was,
and they had to do this group vote shit. And I feel like at that early stage in the show, it was a lot of dudes, and they seemed like they were really tight, really quick. I feel like you shouldn't have made it a vote off of anything. It should have just been left a chance. You should have just made like some type of coin toss. Like, whoever if like, it's heads and tails. It's three of y'all. The two people that get the same shit stay, and the other one don't. Off of a coin. Mm-hmm. Now, if all three of y'all get it, we're going to flip it again. Until one is the odd person out.
And then make them do rock, paper, scissors.
Or something. Like, it's going to be just based off a chance. Because we like all you motherfuckers, and we ain't going to even try to make this look like it's some type of... We can't give a valid reason why you should go, because otherwise it's just going to look like I'm hating on your ass. Mm-hmm. So, maybe this whole voting shit should just be out the window. Like, yeah, America can vote so there'll be a bottom three, and then it's just left a chance.
Right.
Like, we just flip a coin, or it's some kind of random counter, or a pin drop or something, and then whoever that shit drop on, that motherfucker's gone.
Yeah, I do like that idea. I also think this is kind of where things went a little bit left for Ace and the love that America had for him and for Shelly a little bit, because like Ace was really the ringleader on. To me,
he was just good at influencing people.
He was good at influencing people.
So what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. But what I think there's nothing wrong with that, because you're right. He was a leader. He was influencing people, but he was trying to control Jeremiah's experience. He was gatekeeping Jeremiah's experience. He was.
Wasn't he trying to open it up?
Nope. Hear me out.
Wasn't he trying to open it up?
Hear me out. Only Jeremiah knows how Jeremiah wants to experience the villa. You can't fucking tell me that I shouldn't be closed off and that I should be open to other people, and that I can't.
Even with hindsight of what Huda is,
it doesn't matter. The fact
we know for a fact what Huda is now.
Well, we know now.
So was he foreseeing?
But he wasn't. But he wasn't saying it in the context like Huda's not right for you. He was literally just harping on the fact that like he was like, I think you're a fake person. I think you're a fake person. It's like, well, not really. I didn't get that Jeremiah was being disingenuous, or that he was being fake, or that he had ulterior motives. I think that's just who the fuck Jeremiah is. Yeah. And so I think that's where Ace went, or that was one of the missteps that I thought that really kind of, because I was like team Ace hard. Like super, super tough.
I'm still team Ace.
And I still rock with Ace, don't get me wrong, but it was the way he handled that Jeremiah situation really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because he was basically being a little hypocritical in saying like, Amaya, you can't tell me how I express my emotions or how I express my feelings or how I show love, but then you're going to try and tell Jeremiah that he can't, you know what I'm saying? You're going to try and steer him and try and make him, try and control.
Maybe he was
his
like,
narrative. Like, nah, bro, I'm not with that. I ain't like that at all.
What he really wanted to say, he couldn't say on TV. Like, I think he seen from jump that Huda was a problem. Like, I think he was like, I've seen this type of chick before.
Yeah.
And he couldn't just tell Jeremiah 100%, hey, this bitch is a crash out. Like,
this
is a thought he thought.
Nah,
crazy shit.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that either, bro. Because
or he could have been playing the game and said, let me get rid of my biggest competition, because the only person that looks better than me is Jeremiah.
That's fair.
Because in my mind, I'm just here for the looks. Like, I'm looking at the women and I'm looking at the dudes. And I'm just like, I got my rankings of everybody, and I'll always put Jeremiah at the top as the most attractive guy.
Like, physically attractive. 100%.
He was the most physically attractive guy in the fucking house. So if he was playing the game, I'm going to get rid of your ass. You got to go.
And that's where
you got to get the fuck up out of here. I don't give a fuck what my reasonings is, and that's cool. And I mean, people can get mad at him for being able to play the game and not tell you what his real reasons is.
And in that sense,
and give you some other bullshit reasons of why he was getting rid of your ass, but really was getting rid of your ass because you was my competition.
And that's fair.
Of winning this prize.
And that's fair.
Which America still stole from me anyway.
In that sense, I understand that, and I'm not mad at that. Like I'm here for the gameplay, but my thing was I think again, it's not what you do. This is your line. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
And I think he did it very.
I just don't know that
nicely.
I don't know that he did that part well. I think he did everything else well, especially because like his whole persona, and not even persona, who he is. I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Like that was the message that he sent to the audience and to everybody else in the villa. And it felt like it felt a little cringy at the end, towards the end of Jeremiah's time. And it felt like I also felt like I think Ace is hating on Jeremiah a little bit, because it got to a point where like Jeremiah was like, okay, I'm done with Huda. Like, and I want to explore other people. He started exploring other people.
And got voted his ass off.
But no, he did. I mean, but before he got voted off, Ace was still on his head. Like, bruh, why you doing this? And it's like, dude, let this motherfucking grown ass man have his experience. Like, matter of fact, why don't you need to figure out what the fuck going on with Shelly, because Shelly laid up with Austin right now, my guy. Like you need to worry about your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think in some situations I felt like he was overstepping a little bit, but generally he was giving out really good advice. Like he was, he was reassuring the homies and, helping them see their worth and their value, which was great. But there were a couple moments where I was like, I'm looking at my man's a little side eye for sure.
I just think that Jeremiah fucked himself up by getting with her.
Well,
hindsight is 20/20, and clearly Huda was the problem. Everybody that Huda got interact with got their ass cut off the show somehow or another.
Yeah,
you got cut off the show because you never got rid of Huda. In my mind, when they had the chance to get rid of Huda versus the other person, and Ace even stood behind Huda, you fucked up because now Huda made it to the end and you didn't.
Right.
Same thing with Jeremiah. You shouldn't have never fucked around with Huda because they got your ass off the show. Well, it even got another chick off the show because of Huda.
Yeah.
It's like, I was sitting there looking like, how is she still here?
Yeah,
like,
when Hannah went home, I think it was.
It was left and right. People was dropping like flies around Huda. Mm-hmm. And they always had the opportunity to get rid of her, and they never did. I was like, Huda is the issue.
I was generally shocked. And this is where I think like producers put their thumbs on the scales, because like this is my own personal thing. Like when I'm watching a TV show or a series, like I think having a villain or having villainous behavior is important. Like it is massively important to my viewing experience and to my entertainment experience. But I think there's a very, very fine line that you have to walk, because you do need that tension between the protagonist and some, imminent threat or evil or whatever we want to call it. But you can't do it at the expense of the entire production. And it felt like Huda was kept at the expense of the entire production.
Yes, she came off as a henchman, because I like villains. I like a real villain that can craft and be crafty and fucking put together a scheme and give your good people a run for their money because of the brilliance of their evilness.
The nuance of it.
She was just annoying.
And she was very like,
it was more like
it was a little haphazard, it felt sometimes.
Just in the way, to me, I was like, okay. And it's just made my viewing experience become more and more not enjoyable. And I'm the type of person that if I'm not enjoying some shit, I'm gonna turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna walk off. I'm not gonna watch this shit to the end. What the fuck?
And I mean, like, even when she was having the initial crash outs when her and Jeremiah were going through it, like it got to a place where like everybody was just like, yo, we gotta get her out of here. Because like it's just not the energy that we want in the villa, but yet couldn't.
But it was out of their hands at that point.
Correct. And this is where I think we, reality TV.
Maybe, I think it's just the cash cow side of it started to just ring up. I think the producers started seeing her ratings and how many votes, and it was like, well,
we got to keep her
keep it rolling. Because
I mean, like, even
too late now, you guys ain't getting rid of her.
Because
the people in the island don't know what's going on outside the world. So
even Sierra was like, after she got saved, was it the first time, maybe the second time, first or second time, whichever one it was, after she had like that crate, like the crash out, she was like, doing her makeup and shit. She was like, I cannot save her again. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was maybe a little hint that like they were told that y'all gonna have to save Huda tonight, because it didn't really make sense for someone like Hannah to leave. It didn't make sense, especially
for the title of the show.
Right.
It didn't make sense for a lot of the people that left.
100%.
And I'm like, if this is called Love Island, then I don't know what y'all trying to create.
And we keep voting off happy couples.
You voted off the couples. You was breaking apart couples. Now, don't get me wrong, it was unforeseen circumstances. Some of these people was out here using racist words and shit, and that will get your happy couple broke up. So, hey, you might have to disappear in the middle of the night. So I get that. But for it to be Love Island, it didn't seem like there was a lot of love in here. It just seemed like a lot of chaos and just.
Well, I
think for a casual viewer like me, it definitely didn't want to reel me in for another watching of this.
No, I'm definitely gonna watch season 8. Don't get it twisted. I'm that shit.
I heard it, folks. I heard it.
That shit got a hold of your boy. So I'm locked in for season 8. Don't you worry.
Okay.
What I will say is that I do think that some of there was enough craziness just with how the show is formatted that we didn't, in my opinion, I just don't think we needed a lot of the extra stuff. Like, there was enough gameplay, and we talked about that with Aish and Jeremiah. Was it gameplay, or was he hating, or was he, you know what I'm saying, or was he being a hypocrite? This is a great conversation to have. It's a great debate to have, because I could see it I could see all three forms of it.
Yeah.
So I'm here for the gameplay. Like, I love to watch Survivor. I love to watch Big Brother. Like, I'm here for the gameplay. I'm here for the mind games. Okay. I'm even here for the drama and a little bit of the messiness. But some of it just felt toxic. And that's where it got a little bit like,
They were pushing. I feel like the producers were pushing it to an edge that wasn't healthy.
Correct. I agree with that.
And I'm like, you guys have the power to reel some of this stuff in. And it seemed like y'all seen it happening and was like, keep the camera. Instead of intervening to try to change the course of where the ship was going.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know if that was a cash grab type of situation. Like, maybe this is territory they never been in before. And like, let's try to just see what we can get from it.
Yeah.
Or new producers maybe that ain't familiar with how the show get ran, and they just dropped the ball.
No, there's no way to know, man.
Who really knows? Because I'm just sitting there like, if this is the show, I don't like this shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, I was like, I don't like this type of shit. I'm cool on this. My time be better spent watching some other type of love shows and shit.
That's fair.
Like, there's one with Nephew Tommy that comes on. What's that shit called? Ready to Love. You gotta watch that. That shit's good. Where you get 10 couples from they touch down the city, get 10 male, 10 female, and they come together and you got to couple up and you date. But it's like, these are grown ass people with jobs and shit. So they you gotta plan it yourself, and they got challenges, and the challenges is if you don't pair up with nobody. And then your group votes against the other group who you think ain't ready to love. So it's these dynamics of your interactions. You can't just lock yourself off with one person because you might get voted off because now you're not interacting with the other people. You also can't just be too flirtatious because then they just feel like you ain't serious. And it's just
gotta walk that fine line.
It comes off very serious, but it's messy. It has this element of drama and mess to it, but it feels authentically like these are just grown people and with just humans. Humans, they just have messiness to them, not curated reality
built-in
show
messiness.
Maury, you're not the father. I don't want that type of mess. That seems manufactured.
Right.
to an extreme, but everyone is kind of messy.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like you said, like it's already built in. Messiness is going to come along.
Yeah, the format
but you ain't got to push
it
to this edge.
Yeah.
And when you notice it, you should, as the producers, clean it up. If you clean it up for racism and all this other shit,
well, the fact that
clean it up for toxic, clean it up for toxic shit too. Get this crazy ass girl up out of here. It's going to detrimental your show. The same way you trying to protect your brand with not having these racist people on here, get rid of this toxic, emotional train wreck out of the house. Do the same. Hey, keep the same energy. If you're trying to maintain the integrity of the island and the integrity of the image, this was a bad look in my mind.
Yeah, It to me, it just didn't make sense. Why Huda was still there, and it definitely. And I mean, like, even after the Jeremiah Huda thing ended, and like we got closure in the sense that Jeremiah left and she got to stay, like that didn't feel like justice either. You know, it felt like, oh, the wrong person went home, in my opinion.
And nobody was coupling up with her for like 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I'm like, wait, she even got nobody. Why is she still here?
Right.
Nobody even interested. Did y'all have to bring in a whole slew of people just for her to catch maybe one of them? And I was sitting there looking like, okay, this shit.
She almost didn't catch that one.
Almost didn't. I was like, y'all going out of y'all way to keep this motherfucker. So, And I'm just like, y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm all for getting rid of motherfuckers that do racial shit, but I'm also in my mind of things that give me like that, like can be a thorn when I'm sitting down, is also Huda's behavior. To me, it's just as offensive, just as annoying, just as leave a bad taste in my mouth as someone who uses those terms and messed up. So if you gonna gatekeep it metal, go ahead and put your foot to the pedal. Then I'd have been okay with 2, 3 more people getting flying about the house in the middle of the night. If Huda just would have disappeared out of nowhere, I'd be like, okay.
Huda has left the villa for personal reasons.
Exactly. It just somehow she magically disappeared. You think I would have kept watching the show? And I'm sure the Huda fans would have kept watching the show too.
Yeah, they would have been fine.
Keeping Huda wasn't keeping them Huda people here too.
Right.
Like, it was enough mess.
Yeah. It
was enough mess.
That's how I feel too.
And that's where I was like, okay, these trade-offs.
Yeah.
And let's dive into some of those middle of the nights.
Oh, yeah.
Since we got a couple minutes, let's go ahead.
The folk that got swooped up in the middle of the night. So we had Yulisa, who literally lasted like 2 days. Like before the first recoupling, she was kicked off from the island for I believe saying the N-word in a podcast episode. And then later on in the season, Sierra, she was somebody did a deep dive on one of her socials and found that she had said some racial slurs towards, or used racial slurs, maybe not towards the Chinese community, but she used it in a context that is considered offensive.
Yeah, she was describing herself using
some offensive racial slurs for Chinese people, and so she got dismissed. And so I think this kind of brings us back to episode 7, when we talked about non-Black communities using the N-word in both public and primarily in public facing places.
Yes.
And I remember very clearly that I said, I'm not pressed about it. And if that's how you want to show up and how you want to present to the world, you are more than welcome to do that. But just understand
there will be consequences.
and when you find out, you will find out. And so Yulisa and Sierra, they fucked around and they found out.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, what were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it was right on brand, right on time. I just wanted to give ourselves a little cute kudos about.
Because I feel like we were early to that party.
Like we were talking about that.
No one was talking about non-Black people saying it. And then since we did our episode, you've sent me at least 3 or 4 videos of
everywhere,
more popular podcasts talking about this, having this discussion. So
yeah, I mean, not liking some people too. I was like, Mexican OT Genesis. That's how you get down. I was like, Mexican. I was like, what? This how you act? I was like, okay, bro, I ain't listening to none of your shit no more. Took all your shit off my title. Fuck that. Like, that's how you act? Do something about it. I was like, this motherfucker wild. So
yeah, man. Again, y'all can do what y'all want to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people have autonomy to do and say the things that they want to do and say, and that's okay. But just understand that
your Fiji trip might get ended.
It might get cut short.
You might be going home
for personal reasons.
You sending you to the airport on a red eye. Coach
in the back, in the very, very back. Your shit can't even recline.
just go and get in there. Go ahead and get in there. We'll send your bags. I need mine. No,
we got it for you.
We got that. We got that. Go ahead, get out of here. Go. That could happen when you use the wrong word.
Yeah, man. So
I felt vindicated.
Me too.
I felt vindicated.
Feel like, we was right on time with that. Or shoot, maybe a touch early, which ain't bad either. But yeah, man.
I think
you got anything else? I feel like we're gonna hit just about everything on some level.
For once, I ain't got nothing to add. I'm good.
Mark your calendars, folks. This might be the last time this shit ever happened. My man ain't got nothing else to add.
I got nothing to say.
Got nothing else to say.
All right, shoot.
All right, y'all. Well, that is our episode for today. Appreciate y'all watching, listening, however you're consuming our content. We appreciate it. And y'all go out and like, subscribe, share, comment, and let us know how y'all feel about this latest season of Love Island USA. And what are your thoughts on all the things that we talked about, and maybe bring up some new topics for us. And we'll start a conversation. But with that being said, Ayati,
stay casual.